Group 5 is a mid-sized construction materials and infrastructure investment group with a market cap of 3 billion, a dividend yield of 1.4% and a price to earnings ratio of 15. It operates in Africa, the Middle East and Eastern Europe and has focused on toll roads and power projects in recent years. So toll roads and power projects, we know how there's that whole toll road saga seems like it's wrapping up right now. With that happening, your thoughts on Group 5?
Okay, well that's toll road South Africa, which is Sanral, but the stuff that Group 5 did was like in Eastern Europe, where they built some roads in some of those Eastern European countries and got then a long-term deal to be involved with the toll collection. Look, they made a few fatal errors in the downturn as well. Right at the end of the cycle, they paid 750 million rand for a bunch of aggregates and quarries and building materials suppliers, Sand Cats and a couple of other businesses. That they then decided was a bad idea. They took a write-off on that and they're still trying to offload and sell those businesses. So 3 billion rand, relatively small. The interesting thing about them is they've got quite a high government and empowerment shareholding. So the PIC owns like 20% of the company. They've recently reorganized their BEE deal. There's been some idle chatter in the market that the state, the government, wanted to have a bigger involvement in a construction project. Minister of Public or Human Settlements, rather, Tokyo Sakhwala, was talking about maybe it'd be nice to have a construction company, which sounds like a bit of a bad idea. But if anybody was going to be doing that, or if this was going to be targeted on any one particular set of shoulders, it would be Group 5. Take that from whence it comes.
What do you make of Group 5?
Going on that rumour, let's call it that, to me it's a warning. Perhaps, yes, there'll be a good payment, but looking for the future, what about management? I would be doubtful, let's just say that. And as far as their record is concerned, no thank you. I just don't think they've got the verve, the outgoing imagination to carry new ideas in construction to the extent that they should. So, not hot.
Paul?
Quite like Mike Upton, the CEO, and his colleagues. Look, you know, the problem really is that what the state wants in this country is infrastructure projects, yes, because that's in the National Development Framework, but it also wants housing to be addressed more aggressively. The problem with housing is if you think it's a bad job to get a job to build a power station or a commercial building, let me tell you, getting a contract to build millions of houses is a really, really bad idea, because everybody doesn't like the way the window got put in and the cracks that open up in the roof. So then it becomes an absolute drama. So mostly it's these big companies stay away from residential, anything to do with residential. That kind of work gets picked up by the smaller guys like CK and RBA and all of those people. Yeah. You know, if you want to build Cosmo City and lots of units, that's fine, but not on our time. Okay. These guys, I think, will target the larger market at the higher end, and I think they'll do fine. I don't know, I'm not that negative on them. I quite like the team. They're small.
Mm-hmm. So looking at the share price, Paul, it's not like the stock that we're looking
not
at.
Looking happy.
They're not looking happy
right
at this stage. Like you're saying, most of them are like dirt cheap, or you're saying that they're not dirt cheap, but would you be getting in right now with this one?
No, I'm afraid not. Look, again, you know, earnings-wise, they've got a lot of work to do. They've done quite a lot of internal restructuring, getting involved with different ventures, getting out of other ventures. The one quite bright spot about Group 5 that we haven't covered already is that they're quite actively involved in that whole power station thing and the renewable element of it. Because as you know, Eskom and government are quite keen that in addition to the big 2 new coal-fired stations, there are quite a lot of these sort of centralized co-generation plants. They built quite a nice power generating unit for Sasol inside the fence at Secunda using the natural gas. So I think Group 5 could get a bit involved in some of those things as well, and it could potentially become an equity investor in some of those power projects. Again, because what you want in this space is to try and reduce your earnings volatility to increase your sort of retained earnings flow over the years.
So hot or not, Group 5?
No, look, I mean, I've been negative about the whole sector, so I'm not hot on this one either for now.
Yeah, hot or not?
No, not hot.
So Group 5, 2 not hot.